Oh, it feels very much like Old Home Week.
Really?
You know, it's just, I met all the people that I haven't seen in years, and so this is great fun.
It's so nice to see you.
And I want to tell you that I've known Kathy since she was 17. She and my daughter Kim went to Lake Ridge. They were cheerleaders. They used to practice in my backyard.
And then in college, I was at OSU with Kim as well.
Exactly,
so.
But she was a cheerleader there.
And you haven't changed a bit over the years. That's what amazes me. And really, I feel my career is complete now that I get to sit next to you. I was an intern on this show when Jim was the host, and I used to stand in the wings and watch you and think, oh, if I could just do that someday.
Well, here you are.
And now here I am sitting next to you. So it is a true thrill. What have you been up to, sir?
Well, I've done my pot work, the artwork, which most people know about, and I'm honorary consul to the Republic of Fiji.
Oh, yes, that's a long time role, which means what, about 5 trips to Fiji a year?
No.
What did you bring me, a ticket to Fiji this morning?
No, I just bring my business cards.
How many do you have?
there's Fiji.
This is his consul card.
And then I work for Touchmark and Crestview, which they build and design and build and manage retirement complexes. And Crestview is a nursing and rehabilitation center. I represent them and do commercials. You know, I do little stuff on them.
You got to be the youngest guy in the bunch out there, I would imagine.
Yeah, but I tell you, when they're out there at that age, they really like me.
Oh, really absolutely. Hey, they like you at any age, Boz, really. And you are keeping track of the latest in entertainment news. We started talking about Britney Spears this morning, and hey, this guy knew it all, didn't you?
Yes.
And she's coming to town May 30th, and we want to remind folks that we're giving away a pair of tickets this morning right here on AM Northwest to see Britney Spears. And hey, these tickets are available right here on this program before they even go on sale to the public. That's happening at 9 a.m. tomorrow through Ticketmaster and at the Rose Quarter. Jim, you were asking about ticket prices. What did you find out? Well,
they're between 48, I think, and 70 something.
Does that seem like a lot to you?
They're far less in this day and time than like NSYNC or something like that, because they're way up there. But she's appealing to a very younger crowd who can't afford $150.
Right, but if you have a couple kids, you're in that $150 range anyway.
Really.
So stay with us this morning, and we will have our Britney trivia question and give away those tickets.
So I'm reading the paper, and it has here a quote about the movie called Showtime with Eddie Murphy and Robert De Niro. And in it, it says, laugh out loud funny, action comedy with Murphy and De Niro taking the buddy cop storyline to a whole new level. By critic Kathy Marshall, KATU.
I did see the movie, and I did love the movie. And, you know, after you go and you see these previews and then you interview the stars, they email you and they ask for your opinion.
Right.
Well, I emailed my opinion to a nice woman in Seattle, never expecting it to be used in the paper, but there it is.
There it is. Well, we'll be hanging this outside. Maybe make a billboard out of it.
That would be nice, Jim. Thank you. So tell us about what you've been up to more in terms of the pots. Now, you had started this long before you retired.
I started this and shamelessly plugged them in my last year I was on the air. Brought them on the show, showed them how to make them, all that stuff. And I've still kept at it, and they're out at Lawrence Gallery. We'll show you that. But
this is a beautiful tulip.
This is a tulip pot. This is about, I think, 16, 17 inches high. And it's stained glass, see, and they're cut in half-inch pieces. This is a round terracotta pot. And then they're grouted. Then I paint the grout to match the color, so it's not just white grout there, and it matched the color of the leaves. So widen out a little bit, and I'll show you what you do. What the magic of this.
Still directing the show here, aren't you?
Steve.
God, almost 2 years and still calling your own camera shots.
Steve Muller directs this show and has with me since 1995. He was on our first
1995.
1975.
75. Yeah.
He was on. He was the first director here, and he stayed all these years. And I love this man.
And he outlasted you.
Oh yeah.
Who would have thought? Huh?
He's a kid.
Yeah. Now, what kind of time goes into this, Jim? It's several
2 months.
weeks.
2 months, something like that. And as you turn them, you see you get different colors all the way around. So.
And we have
I've
some
got
other beautiful examples
big
over
pots,
there.
And this is a 26 inch high one, 27 inches. That's the big variety of tulips. Got birds in it. And it's at Lawrence Gallery. That's where my stuff is. And you can see all my stuff if you go lawrencegallery.net, and they'll show you. There's a red pot there I just love. Anyway, I just still have more fun with this.
And sometimes you're commissioned to do these.
Yeah. All right.
Well, the best with that, and again, we're so thrilled to have you here today. You're going to stick around for the whole hour, right? No coffee break at 9:30 or anything,
until Steve pulls me out of here.
All right. Well, we want to ask our next guest whether the Boz pots that we've just seen might become a new style trend for the city of Portland. 8 million people subscribe to Better Homes and Gardens, and you might be one of them. But did you know you'll soon be seeing a lot more of Portland on those pages?
That's because they recently stationed a new editor here in the Rose City. We want to welcome to AM Northwest Better Home and Gardens West Coast editor, Sharon Overton.
Nice to see you, Sharon.
Nice to have you here.
It's so nice to be here. Thank you for having me.
So the idea here is that Better Homes is putting editors in different parts of the country to represent the style and colors and feeling of that.
Well, we've always had regional scouts all over the country who are kind of our eyes and ears around the country. They find the beautiful houses and gardens that we photograph for the magazine. The difference is that now we're going to have a full-time staff editor on the West Coast, just really paying attention to what's going on in the West Coast so that we can bring that perspective to the magazine as well.
And when you say West Coast, people might think Seattle, San Francisco as being more trendy cities. Why Portland, Sharon?
Well, you know, we could have been in any of those cities, frankly, but Portland is really Better Homes and Gardens kind of city. I mean, it's a place where average families and young singles can afford a home and they can have a wonderful, rich lifestyle.
So you're on the West Coast. There's really 2 or 3 West Coasts. There's LAX, Los Angeles, and Southern California, then Northern California and San Francisco, then Portland and Oregon, and Seattle and Washington. That's such a diverse culture and style and look and seasons.
Right.
What are you going to just cover them all? And
well, we do cover them all now, and we will. We'll pay even more attention to them.
And are you going to have Portland? How are you going to show Portland? How are we going to be shown in an article nationwide?
You want to see how you're shown this month?
That would be great.
Oh, is that it? Is that it?
We actually have a couple of articles that feature Portland houses this month.
Oh, really? We have some. Do we have some pictures?
There we do, because you've identified some trends, Sharon, that you're seeing in the Portland area. What can you tell us about trends in terms of color?
Well, I think in terms of color in Portland, because it tends to be so gray and rainy here a good part of the year, that people are really paying attention to filling their houses with color. It's a lot more cheerful, and this is a house that's in the Northwest Hills, where the walls are just painted in bright primary colors, and they've extended that to the furniture and even to the artwork as well.
You've been here, what, 6 months?
Yes.
And you're not from here. You're an Midwesterner, East Coaster?
I'm an East Coaster, transplanted into Iowa, which is where the magazine is located, and now making the move out west. So I feel sort of like a pioneer coming west.
So this is a very interesting project you're on, and we can look forward to more of our stuff, more features in Seattle and then down in California, correct?
Absolutely.
And you just travel up and down and see what's going on.
I do, yeah. We're looking for wonderful houses. Our scouts help us with that, but also stories about families.
Well, I know you've identified nature really as another trend in the Portland area, that the magazine will focus on that. What do you mean exactly by that?
Well, I think if anything, the trend from the Northwest that's really being translated all over the country is this sort of idea of nature, bringing that into your home in maybe sort of a Zen way, just very clean, very pure. And we have some slides here that show wonderful porches that bring in the outdoors, and also bringing nature literally indoors with the leaves hanging in the window.
So, but we're in that time of, you know, we're very seasonal here. As you know, it may snow tomorrow. Rhonda said this morning, it may snow tomorrow. I mean, down where you're sitting here in the parking lot. So, so you have to account for, cover all seasons, and we maybe do bright things inside because it's dark and rainy outside. Is that
exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
And how about the Asian influence? You must highlight that in the magazine as well.
I think as well that is something that's particular to the Northwest that we see, where you'll have a wonderful bungalow, but it has Asian accents, a sort of a pagoda-style roof, or here we have a beautiful Asian garden, Asian accents brought even on the details, this wonderful lantern.
There's a lot of wood here.
Yeah.
As opposed to in California. We got a lot of wood. We build out of wood. So is that a big part of our story up here?
I think it is, and it ties into the nature as well as the craftsman look, which is another style trend that we've identified in the Northwest. beautiful firs and the woods that look so warm inside when it's kind of cold and gray outside.
So bottom line, Sharon, would you tell your readers you prefer Portland to Des Moines? Is that where you've just come from?
Well, if any of my Des Moines editors are watching right now, I better not go out on that limb.
No, they're not.
I'm really very happy to be here.
Well,
and
we're pleased to have you here.
Thank you. And maybe we can work one of these pots into one of our upcoming shoots.
Boz pots in Better Homes and Gardens.
I have a card I'll give you after.
Could Jim be a centerfold along with the pot?
No.
We might be able to work that out.
A new feature in Better Homes and Gardens.
Yes.
Sharon Overton, thank you so much for coming in this morning.
Thank you, Sharon. We have got a great show today planned, so stay with us. Are you happy?
Still to come on AM Northwest.
Whip those arms into shape for a sleeveless summer. But first, we go below decks at the fabulous Portland Boat Show.
Look at these posers and wannabes. I mean those chicken fingers. Merely posing is spicy. You gotta try new KFC Blazing Crispy Strips, double marinated with that extra spicy kick.
New KFC Blazing Crispy Strips. Get 3 strips, coleslaw, and a biscuit for $2.99.
When Tire Factory has a sale, it's big, really big.
Our warehouse just made one of its largest special purchases ever, which means right now you'll find the lowest prices of the year on national brand tires and custom wheels, all backed by the best warranty in the West.
Don't miss our biggest sale of the year. The big tire sale is on now.
Tire Factory, local owners putting you first, with 37 locations serving the Portland area.
Now that's big.
Sore feet from bad fitting shoes? There is a solution. At Jay's Wide Shoes, we will take the time to ensure you have a proper fit in a comfortable, fashionable, quality shoe. We have the Northwest's largest selection of ladies' and men's wide and extra wide shoes.
Work, dress, or play, Jay's Wide Shoes is your first step in comfort. I'm Alan Barfold, owner of Jay's Wide Shoes, and I invite you to visit one of our 2 convenient locations.
Your favorite dessert recipe could win you $5,000. Hey, that's a lot of dough. Enter the Betty Crocker Easter Bake-Off contest at your nearest Safeway. Your recipe must include at least 1 General Mills item.
Pepperoni brownies?
It's from my mom. Mail your recipe to the Betty Crocker Easter Bake-Off. I will select 5 finalists who will appear on KWJJ's Mike and Amy in the Morning Show to pick the winner. Your recipe can win you $5,000. Hey, throw it back.
She's back. Pepsi presents Britney Spears. May 30th on stage at the Rose Garden. Britney Spears in a sizzling show. Get tickets now at all Ticketmasters, by phone or online at Ticketmaster.com or HOB.com. Presented by Pepsi. Brought to you by Chips Ahoy.
Welcome back. So happy to have the Boz alongside this morning for a special AM Northwest. You know, we're calling it Deja Boz.
I saw that. That was well, very nice, yes.
Hey, maybe you want to get out of the rain or the snow that you mentioned and chart a course for adventure this coming weekend, and you can do that at the Portland Family Boat Show.
Our own Janice Bangs, who I worked with for many years here, she has set sail for the Expo Center this morning. Janice?
Yes,
Are you a yacht girl or a dinghy gal?
That would be your call since you worked with her so long, Jim.
A bit of both, I think. How are you, Janice?
I'm very good, Jim. Good. It's so nice to have you back with the show.
Good to see you.
Yeah, and I'm telling you that my name is not Janice Bangs today. It is Frenchie Kiss-A-Lot. As I am sitting in a real-live James Bond boat. In fact, my bottom is sitting where Pierce Brosnan's bottom actually sat. I'm very excited. A brush with greatness here at the Family Boat Show and Sale, the 4th annual. And this boat was actually in the movie and performed many stunts, as you can see. And I am lucky enough to have with me here at the boat show one of the designers and builders of these James Bond boats. And Doug Riddle, can you tell me a little bit about what went into the making of this boat for the Bond movie?
Well, basically it started out as just an aluminum jet boat with this kind of small quick, fast. It's got a big motor in it, and it really goes. And
yeah, we just saw it explode out of that building there. Yeah. Now, did Pierce actually do any of those stunts himself?
He did some stunts. In fact, he in a couple of the underwater where he goes under the water, he could do it a lot better than the stuntman could. So we left all his stuff in the film, you know.
You're kidding. That's pretty high acclaim for Pierce, because if he ever loses the movie career, he could be a boat stunt person.
Yeah, he could. He was pretty impressed with himself, I think. He was, no practice whatsoever. He just jumps in, and he's just like James Bond.
Yeah, and he looks like James Bond. He's actually one of my favorite James Bonds, frankly. And I heard that while you guys were doing that on the river, the British Parliament had a little something to say to you about the noise level.
Oh yeah, one day we were down on the River Thames doing filming, and the Parliament called up and wanted to know what the heck that noise was and to turn it down a little bit. We were making too much noise with our boats.
Like a bunch of teenagers. Well, thank you so much, Doug. And we're going to go and take a look at maybe some normal boats that real people could hop in and take down the Willamette. So thank you, Doug, for your time.
Okay, we'll see you later.
Bye-bye. And here I have with me Cap Hedges. Cap, good morning.
Good to see you.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Yeah.
Can you show me some boats?
I'd love to. We have a lot of fiberglass, and we have aluminum boats.
And what are the, I'm sorry, Cap, what are the differences for boaters, us not in the know, me being one of them, between an aluminum boat and a fiberglass boat?
Well,
what are the distinctions?
Your aluminum boats are more for the sport fisherman, although you can see there are some aluminum boats or fiberglass boats that also work well for the sport fishing. And then you've got your fiberglass boats, your cruisers, your ski boats, you've got the runabouts, boats for family use.
Now this boat, I think that I need to be sitting right in the front of this boat with an iced tea. Now I have someone here, Jeff Parrish with Skyline Water Sports, who can actually tell me what this boat is designed for.
This is designed for your competition skier, family oriented as well, mainly skiing and doing some multi-sport water sports activities.
Okay, how fast does this puppy go?
This goes between 45 and 50.
Wow. You need to go that fast on the water?
Well, your barefooters go between 40 to 45, so you got to get going pretty quick.
Really? And what is, see, this is something that looks like I would like to hang out in. What is that up there?
That's an inner tube that we use to pull behind the boats, and you go cut across both ways, so it's kind of fun for the kids and adults and whatnot.
Yeah, that looks more my speed. I wanted to show you guys, there's a great boat down here. Oh, here's some beautiful wakeboards. How much does a good wakeboard run?
You can get into a wakeboard for about $290 complete.
Really? Okay. Now, tell me a little bit about this big orange Fast Mama.
This boat is designed from the ground up last year. This is the biggest, widest boat in the market. It's got the best ballast system in the industry, the tower. We use ballast to create a bigger wake, and therefore you had the tower on there as well to get more air so you could do tricks and whatnot.
Oh, so that's not a roll bar up there?
No, that's a tower that we use.
Okay, and how much does a boat like this run?
You can get into a boat for about $29,000 and work your way up. Just depends on what options you want.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much, Jeff. And if you would like to come down to the 4th Annual Family Boat Show and Sale, it's going on today through Sunday. And actually, they have a little bit of there's a golf show going on, too. So if you really want to get all your summer sporting events wrapped up in one show, you can do it and buy a discount ticket for both shows at the same time. And the boat show itself benefits Solve Clean Water, boating, safety. Come down. It's a great time, and it's like one of your last times to really get a boat before the big summer events. So get on down here. There's 300 boats for you guys to look at.
Janice,
and used boats.
So much.
Thank you very much, Janice.
You're welcome.
You're very good down there at the boat show. Yeah, I love the orange boat.
You're a long-time boater.
I have been in
but not in retirement.
No, not right now.
Not living on a yacht or anything.
Right.
Not yet.
No.
Well, just ahead here, Jim, we're going to get you ready for tank top season.
Okay.
Going to have some arm exercises, some easy ones to firm up the spots that might jiggle when you try to wave.
Stand by for KATU.
The big news on 2.
We're celebrating 40 years of service.
We're celebrating you.
Stand by for the new spirit of the Northwest.
Final art sale. The end of collector's art season means we must sell out now. From European-style landscapes to renditions of old masters. Contemporary, too. All at a fraction of their retail value. Plus thousands of paintings to be sold out at $19 to $59. Imagine quality oil paintings for only $19 to $59. Don't miss collector's art this Sunday only 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. in Beaverton at the Greenwood Inn. At Jensen Beach at the Doubletree Hotel, Columbia River, west of I-5. In Clackamas at the Monarch Hotel. And in Salem at the Red Lion.
In the lush Central Valley of Chile, it's taken centuries of experience to grow fruit this good. Fortunately, it arrives fresh at Albertsons considerably faster. Fresh Chilean fruit. It's in season and in your supermarket right now. Brought to you with care by the fruit farmers of Chile. And Albertsons, it's your store.
What's the difference of shopping at Paul Schatz? Most people have heard about our tradition for quality and style, but not everyone knows how fun we've made it to shop for furniture. We've got a wide array of home furnishings that reflect the Northwest lifestyle. Casual, relaxed, elegant. We've got it all. But we also know that when you can make yourself at home, it's easier to make yourself a home. Paul Schatz Furniture, your home. Our anniversary sale means Paul has dropped prices throughout the store, so come save today.
Sometimes you just want to get away from getting away from it all.
Monday on AM Northwest.
We check in with actor Matthew Modine. Also, we'll tell you what parents should and shouldn't worry about. Thanks for staying with us this Friday morning. It is time to whip those arms in shape. We're coming up on the sleeveless season. Time for swimsuits, tank tops, prom dresses, anything you might imagine that are going to show off your arms. So we brought in exercise expert Terry Snyder to give us some tips on firming up. Welcome back, Terry.
How are you, Terry? Nice to meet you.
Before we get started, Terry and I were both commenting on how buff the boss is. What have you been doing in retirement? Looking good. Jim, what have you been doing to stay in shape?
Well, Karen and I walk when the weather's halfway decent, 3 miles, and then I work on a treadmill. And I don't do any strength training, which I'm going to do next. That will be the next thing.
Well, Terry can give you some ideas this morning.
Yeah.
Start us off.
First, we're going to work on our triceps, which is the rear muscle in the back of your arm.
Okay.
And then we'll focus on the front muscle.
Okay.
And always you want to work the shoulder in conjunction with these arm exercises so you're getting the full effect.
And you're the only one who feels comfortable enough showing her arms this morning. So we know you've been working at it.
Jim, you and Kathy are going to demonstrate using the weights.
This 8 pounds.
I just have 5. 8 pounds. Kathy has 5.
But that's total of 10. See, it's 16 pounds I'm holding.
Okay, so what do we do, Terry?
I'm going to demonstrate with the 2, but first I want to show you the proper technique is to hold your arm at your side at a 90-degree angle, and then you're only going to move the bottom part of your arm, hip level. So you're only going to move the bottom part of your arm. Now, some people at home have a tube. If they do, they can do the same exercise without weights, holding the tube in front of them at their waist and pulling back.
And do I want the weight up like this or to the side?
You want it just like that, straight up and down.
Now, how long do you hold this back there? Or you just keep
count back
repetitions?
For 1, 2, 3, hold for 1,
okay,
and back again.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay, could you count us through that, Terry?
Sure, go ahead. 1, 2, 3, hold for 1, and 1, 2, 3, back.
Back, okay.
Okay.
Right. 1, 2, 3.
And 1, 2, 3.
I'm feeling it, Jim. How about you?
We're going to get you in a prom dress.
I don't do sleeveless, buddy. Okay, what are we doing here with the band?
Now, next is the bicep curl. Kathy, would you demonstrate with the band
Sure, make
for
Jim
me?
hold my weights.
I'm actually going to show a different exercise with the weights. Jim and I are going to do the bicep curl. We'll both have weights.
Okay.
Kathy, you're going to place one end of this under your foot.
Okay.
Not like that.
Not like that. Okay.
Put your foot inside one of the handles.
Oh.
There you go. So just step on that.
Okay.
Does that feel good?
Those are slick.
And then you're going to place your arm underneath the other band
Just
like
one?
that. Yes. Now, you're going to curl up for your biceps. Do you feel that?
I do feel that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, Jim and I are going to demonstrate the same thing, but I'll show you something that's a little more advanced.
Okay.
So as we come up, you're going to come up like this. And if you want a more advanced exercise, you're going to pull it up to 90 and then lift, hold, and down again.
So
that actually works your back too.
So how many repetitions do you do this to start?
You want to do 1 to 3 sets. Generally, if you're starting off,
Tell them what that is.
you do
55.
one time. Right. So one time of 8 to 10 reps.
Okay,
One
of 8 to
time,
10.
8 to 10.
Repetition. Okay.
Okay.
All
So
right.
again, an advanced move is just up to 90, back down, and to resting position.
And
again.
I'm still going over here, Terry.
You're doing a good job.
So you gave me the beginning, the remedial, and Jim
So
gets
how
the
much is
advanced?
she-
No, there are just different types of.
How much is she pulling up in weight? What would that be
It
equivalent
depends
to?
on the type of band and the,
Okay.
It's the resistance, really.
Right,
I
it's
mean,
resistance.
you definitely feel that.
Do you?
Okay, what else do you have for us, Terry?
Let me show you one other exercise. And Kathy, would you mind demonstrating this with me?
Sure.
Okay.
Should we let Jim sit?
No, because
Are you
No,
worn
no,
out
no.
yet?
You know, I haven't lost it.
You haven't lost it at all, baby. We knew that
You look
already.
great.
You can count for us.
1.
Not yet.
Kathy and I are demonstrating what's called a chair dip, and it's going to work the back of your upper arms. Okay.
So our
And
hands
Oh.
are positioned forward.
This is a good one.
Oh,
yes.
boy.
So you just
Oh,
go
boy.
to 90.
Do 90?
Good.
You want her to do 90?
No.
90 degree
90
angle.
degrees. All right.
Okay, we're going
There
on
you go.
opposite. And this, is it a matter of resisting on the way down or just a straight up and down
You just want to
motion?
keep it straight up and down. Keep your arms 90 degrees in the back, not too far down.
Okay.
Well, this is all well and
And
good.
then you can just sit down
That's
like
right.
this
And then
when
you
you're done.
relax.
But, you know, guys don't do flab. We don't talk about that.
You don't
So,
talk about it, but
no.
you do it.
We
You have it.
Yeah,
You
we
guys
have
have
it.
flab.
Yeah.
They just
That's
don't
right.
talk about
They
it.
don't-
Women
Okay.
have it and talk about it, right, Jim?
All right. We want to thank you. You've been
You're
so
welcome.
kind. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Thanks,
okay,
Terry.
I like
You're
these.
welcome,
I feel
Kathy.
like these are part of me now.
Is he more cooperative than Paul, I'm thinking?
I'm not going to get involved in that conversation.
You have a hard time like Paul does.
Let's check in with the audience to find out what's coming up on AM Northwest.
Hi, I'm Talitha from the Kids Making Miracles for Dornbecker Committee for Dayton Junior High. Just ahead, we'll visit the Oregon Coast Aquarium to see what's new. And up next, win tickets to Britney Spears' Portland concert. But first, some hot dance moves, Irish style.
Do you think this is anything?
Meet the town's biggest yard sale junkies.
Find out.
Wow, it looks like we've hit the jackpot. You never know what you have until you've cleaned it with Tarnex.
A simple wipe, and Tarnex instantly and safely removes ugly tarnish from copper, silver, and silver plate. And it works just as quickly and easily on gold, platinum, and diamond jewelry. You can bring back that just polished look in seconds with Tarnex. It couldn't be more simple. Liz uses Tarnex to clean all of her previous finds. To get ready for company, Barb cleans her sterling flatware. A quick dip and the tarnish instantly disappears.
You were right, Mom. You never know what you have until you've cleaned it with Tarnex.
America's Best has the lowest price in sight. Need glasses? Get 2 stylish metal frames with lenses and a doctor's eye exam for just $79. Check out our new designer collection and get 2 designer frames with lenses and a doctor's eye exam for just $99. Need contacts? Save 30 to 60% with our new low prices on all brands of replacement contacts, like AccuView disposables, just $19.99 a box. Get the lowest price on every look at America's Best. Call 1-800-2-PAIR or check us out online.
With thousands of new arrivals, Northwest Rugs has expanded our collection to include every new style imaginable. And for this weekend, thousands of new rugs will be on sale. Rugs from India, China, France, rugs from over 15 countries. From antiques to moderns, Northwest's new shipments give you an almost unlimited choice of designs and colors, all at values beyond compare. Northwest Rugs, Wilsonville, Tiger, Tennisbourne, and Jensen Beach.
It's going to be the hottest concert of the summer. Britney Spears at the Rose Garden, May 30th at 7:30. Reserve seat tickets on sale Saturday, March 16th at 9 a.m. at Ticketmaster and the Rose Quarter Ticket Office. Charged by phone or online. But all this week on AM Northwest, we have your chance to win. Just be the first caller with the correct answer to our Britney trivia question, and you're going to see Britney Spears. And as if it wasn't easy enough, just watch AM Northwest all this week, and we'll tell you all the answers in advance. Well, it is the moment you have been waiting for if you're a Britney fan. Time to give away a pair of tickets to the concert on May 30th, happening right here in Portland.
And the person who will win is the person who knows the answer to this question. Pay attention. Debuting in 1998, what was the name of Britney's first single? Was it A, Bye Bye Bye, B, What's Going On, or C, Baby One More Time?
Now, if you know the name of Britney's first hit single, be the first caller with the right answer at 503-230-2451 or 1-800-513-7742. Have that answer, and you could be heading to that concert on May 30th. You see a winner out there, Jim?
I think so, yes. Okay. Hello?
Hi.
What do you think the answer is?
Baby One More Time.
Very good. Very good. I don't know, though. Should we make her sing it like Britney and do the dance moves as well?
That wouldn't work.
You don't know the words, do you?
No.
Okay. Good.
And what is your name?
My name's Diane.
Diane, who will you be taking to the concert?
My son.
Oh,
Good.
well, he
Excellent.
will be thrilled. How old's your son?
Well, he's 23. Almost.
Oh, 23! And what's your son's name, Diane?
It's Wes.
Well, we hope Wes
He'll fit right in.
enjoys it very much. You know, what 23-year-old couldn't want to watch that, huh, Jim?
Well, he's a dance instructor, so he would love it.
Oh, a dance instructor. Well, this works out perfect. Thanks so much. Congratulations, Diane.
Well, thank you so much.
So hang on. We'll get your name and number, okay? Okay.
Be sure to keep watching, because at the end of this show today, we'll give you the information you need for winning tickets on Monday. We'll have the answer to Monday's Britney trivia question.
Okay. What do we do next?
We are going to check in with Helen Raptis.
Right. You don't have to wait until May to take a little.
Have a little wild entertainment.
Have a little wild
in your life.
entertainment.
That's right.
Wait a minute, you guys have to keep up with me. You know I don't go that slow. Okay.
You're a wild guy yourself, aren't you?
There's always something new to see at the Oregon Coast Aquarium in Newport. Been there many times. But they're adding something very special for the spring break. Our roving redhead, Helen Raptis, takes us on a tour.
Good morning. I'm with Phyllis Bella of the Oregon Coast Aquarium in Newport, and we're just talking about all the great reasons to come to the aquarium. It is such a blast in here.
Yeah, there's a lot of things to do. Here we are by the seals and sea lions, and we can see them swimming around this morning. That was Max swimming by, our adult male.
It's so fun to watch them play.
Yeah, and as the day warms up, you'll see them speeding by. They'll get faster and faster swimming because they like the warm and the sunshine.
And how many do you have? How many sea lions do you have here?
We have six sea lions and 5 harbor seals in here. There's Max again. He's the big male. These were animals that were all bred in captivity or were stranded animals that are here.
How much do they eat?
They eat a lot. They eat about 4 to 5 times a day, and they eat a lot of fish. We separate the 2 species when we feed them, so because the sea lions are much more aggressive than the harbor seals.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So do they get into fights, and you have to worry about that at all?
Well, no, we don't worry about the fights. We worry more so that we want each animal to get adequate nutrition and get its vitamins and all that for the day. And we have posted feeding times in our lobby, so if you come and check out the board, you can watch them being fed during the day.
Oh, Oh, great.
Yeah.
Well, with spring break coming up, do we want to mention that there's some specials that you have going on?
Right. For spring break, we have behind-the-scenes tours that we just started doing that's really a lot of fun. It's an hour-and-a-half long program where we charge an additional admission fee, but you get to go behind the scenes and see all the things that we do behind the scenes, basically. See us when we're rearing jellies and feeding the birds and feeding the seals and sea lions, and you get to watch them feed a shark and get to see up top at Passages of the Deep. So it's all sorts of different things that you wouldn't normally see if you just go around the public areas. Okay. And then we've got a small new exhibit opening called Under the Lily Pad in our ocean exploration station, so you can see pond life. We're going to have frogs and a snake and dragonflies and all sorts of things.
Oh, great.
So it'll be a lot of fun. And plus, jellies, Jewels of the Sea, will be leaving at the end of April, so spring break gives you a good last chance to come and see it.
Well, see what we want to check out the otters, so let's go do that.
Yeah, let's go over here.
And here we have the sea otters, huh, Phyllis? How many do you have?
We have 3. They're all males. It's very unusual for a facility to have all males, but we do, and they're getting along really well. We've got 2 northerns and 1 southern sea otter.
Now, why is it that you have all males and no females?
Because we took in the 2 northerns as Alaskan stranders. One was just a tiny pup, and the second one was a strander too. And the southern sea otter was one that Monterey Bay Aquarium took in as a strander, rehabbed and released, but it started harassing kayakers. So they had to pull it back from the wild, and they needed a home for it. So we've got 3 guys here now.
Oh, that's wild. And they're so much fun to watch, too.
Yeah, and they're getting along, and the males are much more active than the females. So New York Aquarium has 3 males, too, but they don't get along, but ours do.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the seahorses. Those guys are so amazing to watch.
Yeah, ours are wonderful. We got a northern species right now. We're bringing in a whole exhibit on seahorses. It's called Enchanted Seas, and we'll have some tropical fish with it too. But we have 1 species now as kind of a preview of things to come, and they've been having babies the whole time it's here. So we've got all sorts of different size seahorses, from little ones to big ones. And what's fascinating about seahorses is the males carry the young and give birth to the young. So it's different than what's normally in the rest of the animal species.
There's some just really fun things to see here.
Yeah, there's a lot of things to see and do here. See our octopus out in the cave. People are really fascinated by the octopus. So you can spend hours here.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much for the tour. I appreciate it. We'll toss it back to you.
Thanks to Helen and to the folks at the aquarium. What a great spot that is to take the kids.
It's a wonderful spot.
We were just talking, only 1 month left until your taxes are due. Jim said the family accountant, Karen, has been right on top of things, taking care of everything at your house, as she always does, right?
Yes, she has.
There's Karen. Yeah, so nice to see Karen this morning. But hey, if tax time has you nervous, you might need some help. Listen to this.
Does the thought of doing your own taxes cause you to break out in a cold sweat? Do you procrastinate until April 14th to start filling out your forms? Then don't do your taxes this year. Let Pacific Northwest Tax Service do it for you. All this week, AM Northwest will give you the chance to win a free tax return service. So watch and win.
Well, if that sounds good to you, then be our seventh caller right now. 7, I got him right. And call at 503-230-2451 or 1-800-513-7742, and you might win a free tax return service job. So call right now, all right?
That's correct. And coming up next here, we want to help you save some money when it comes to gardening. How to divide what you already have and conquer. Rob Mills is up next.
I got a fan letter last night, and the letter was like, Dear Joy, you're my most beautiful and my favorite comedian, and I love you, and on and on and on. So Steve picks up the letter, and he says, he's a stalker. He says he's crazy. So why is a guy crazy if he thinks I'm the most gorgeous?
America's Best has the lowest price in sight. Need glasses? Get 2 stylish metal frames with lenses and a doctor's eye exam for just $79. Check out our new designer collection and get 2 designer frames with lenses and a doctor's eye exam for just $99. Need contacts? Save 30 to 60% with our new low prices on all brands of replacement contacts, like AccuView disposables, just $19.99 a box. Get the lowest price on every look at America's Best. Call 1-800-2-PAIR or check us out online.
Hi, Portland. I'm Rick with Empire Glass.
let Empire Glass replace your cracked windshield and we'll still pay up to $100 of your comprehensive insurance deductible. And we'll now give you 24 free dinners to Sherry's, the #1 family restaurant and pie bakery in Oregon and Washington. And we'll even give you a certificate for a free 14-karat diamond pendant necklace with any windshield replacement. So for the highest in quality windshields, call Empire Glass today at 503-251-9881. When you think glass, think Empire.
If you're really into gardening, you've got to get into Al's Garden Center. Al's has everything for everyone, from the budding green thumb to the serious gardener. Flowers, shrubs, and trees to brighten every landscape. Friendly, helpful advice, and the best selection of gardening tools and products under the sun. To get to Al's, just take the Woodburn exit off of I-5. Head east to Highway 99E, turn right 4 blocks, and you're there.
Cloudy with a few sunny breaks with a high of 50.
My God, is that Susan?
Carol, is that you?
My God, Susan, you're off the streets. You look so beautiful.
We want to congratulate Kaylee from Stevenson, Washington. She is the winner of our tax package from Pacific Northwest Tax Service this morning. While we're on the subject of trying to save your money, we want to make your garden work for you. Instead of spending money on new plants this spring, make more from what you already have out there in the backyard. Here to show us how to divide and propagate. Sounds like a tall order. It's not as scary as it might sound. Please welcome the garden guy. We love him, Rob Mills.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Always great to see you, Rob. So you're going to put the Boz and I to work this morning.
Yeah, we gotta get moving here. So what I want to talk about first is this is an epimedium. Epimediums are an early blooming perennial that throw beautiful little yellow flowers with white stamens, and they're very, very attractive to look at. But unfortunately, last year's foliage hide the flowers. So what you want to do with this kind of plant is go out with a pair of scissors like these and just clip off all the foliage as close as you can get before the new start up.
All right, so show me how far to go down
Okay, with the scissors, Kathy, just go right down to about here, as close to the...
Really? All of that?
Because you want to just remove all of the old foliage. There you go.
Is that too far?
Nope, all of it.
Look, just little sticks are left there. And all of these go
Exactly, every bit of it.
See, if I saw that, I'd figure it was gone.
And so what you have here is you have your new shoots coming up here, which will be your flower in about a month. And they are absolutely gorgeous. They love shade, and they're early, so they're lots of fun
Just
early
a month, huh? Okay.
So,
then,
okay,
here
you're
we
just
have...
clipping, you're not dividing.
On this fact, no. If you need to divide this, though, you just take your knife, do a cut and separate, like we're going to do with the hosta. Now, this is a hosta inulata festiva, which it's a variegated, medium-sized hosta. You can see this clump's quite big. Now, the story with hostas is you don't need to divide them unless you want to. Some people only have room for a certain size so they can divide it and move it around. But a hosta does not have to be divided unless it's your choice. And what I do is I pull it out, I loosen the dirt off of it, and then I take a knife like this, and I find a space in between, and I just start cutting. I get halfway down. Sometimes the roots are a little tight. And so what you can do, then you can just pop off that piece. And people are probably cringing right now.
Yeah.
But see, all of this is now another clump. And you can even go further than that if you want to spread it around. Come down to where you see the thick root is, give a cut right there, and then just pull it apart. Now for dividing, since I have a nursery, I would make this into 9 gallons of hosta. And so you can move it around the yard or keep half the clump for a bigger piece. This is what happens sometimes. You just take the good with the bad, and it's just a bit of a loss, but not an issue. Over here, we have a garden phlox. Now, you see, Jim, this thing's way overgrown. Lots of dead going on.
You would recognize that, right, Jim?
Yeah.
He would know right off the bat. Anyway,
I'd ask Karen to recognize it.
There you go. Well, this is a clump that's been in the ground 4 years, and you can see it's getting very woody and not a lot of thick growth. Now, this was in a nice potting mix, so it's easy to divide. You can actually just pull it apart by hand.
Come on, make Jim do some work there.
Jim?
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, buddy, just give it a good pull.
See what these guys wear? They wear this stuff. Anyway, okay, do you want me to do this?
Give it a pull, you bet.
Okay.
See, like that? And then once you get to that point, there you go.
Okay, so then
you just take your pieces like this.
Oh, okay.
And then you plant the clumps.
I see.
And this becomes a gallon-sized perennial. It'll have like 3 nice blooms on it.
So there's another one.
And if you like the big blocks of color, but you need to divide, you can replant in groups, like in 3s and 5s, to create large amounts of color.
Okay.
Then with the daylily, It's a very thick-rooted type thing, a hemerocallis, and it too, I use a knife because it's really easy to divide. You just...
It's a pretty small knife for that big clump.
Well, usually I have a bigger knife, but this was... Steak knives do work good. See, they cut real easy and then pop them apart. Same thing, you want to put more around the house?
This is out of our cafeteria.
The one kitchen knife we own here at AM2northwest.
The Daylus divide quite easily. And two, you can put clumps of 3 for the nice full bloom.
What do you, in terms of when you do replant, fertilizer, all that?
I always use a 16 in the spring, and always make sure it's away from all your crowns because it'll burn off your plant.
16.
We're going to get
Excellent.
down here.
Jim, where are you going? You going to clean up the dirt?
We got a shovel here. Now, this is a helianthemum, which is a perennial sunflower, and it is a fast propagator, but a tight clumper. So you usually just take it, put it right down the middle, step down on it.
Okay.
Give it a good step there. There you go. And once you've done that...
He's got the right footwear on, too.
Well, and you always lose a little bit, but don't worry about that because these are... Most perennials are fast clumpers. And so you just take it, and then you can divide your pieces like this, plant that in the ground, and that'll be a full-size plant with about 10 or 12 nice bloom heads.
Rob Mills, as always, some good information. Get us out in the yard this weekend. Thanks so much. Yeah, forget that.
Come on, Kathy.
You know, these gloves are a good idea instead of the big old cloggy gloves you wear.
You can feel what you're doing.
Yeah.
So that's the cool part.
All right, St. Patty's Day is upon us. Up next, our high-stepping, high-energy Irish dancers.
Celebrating 40 years of spirit.
Why pay more for glasses? At Binion's, you can get not one, but 2 complete pairs of glasses for just $99. Choose from hundreds of great-looking frames and get 2 pairs for yourself, or a pair for you and a family member or friend. Why pay more? Come to Binion's.
Oh, look at that. Look at the little nature sweet tomatoes. What's the matter? You afraid to leave your mama's vine?
Oh, you're just bitter because they taste homegrown and you don't.
Hey, who you calling bitter?
Listen, only Nature Sweet brand tomatoes taste as fresh as homegrown tomatoes, and that's because they ripen on that vine.
Oh, if you're so smart, Smarty Pants, where's your vine, huh?
Pears grow on trees.
Well, I knew that. Nature Sweet tomatoes. They taste homegrown because they ripen on that vine.
This is the Northwest. This is our paint. For stunning results in whatever color you desire, the experts at your nearby Miller Paint store are ready to help with custom mixed paints specially formulated for durability and design. Miller Paint. Our paint.
When life's twists and turns have you spinning out of control.
Mom, I'm going to be late.
Turn your music down, please.
What?
Here we go again.
Where's my backpack?
Right where she left it. Of course.
Take the plunge, because life
just got better, thanks to my Oregon Hot Spring Spa.
Oregon Hot Spring Spas. Share the experience.
Welcome back. You know, it has been around for centuries, but it wasn't until Riverdance and Lord of the Dance that Irish dancing really became a worldwide hit.
In honor of St. Patrick's Day, here to show us the traditional Irish dance, please welcome the Comerford School of Irish Dance. Can't you guys come in here?
Jim and Lauren Mueller join us from the Comerford Dance School, the Portland branch, because this really has a worldwide reputation, this particular school, Jim, doesn't it?
It does, actually. And in fact, going to the Worlds this year in Glasgow, we have 9 solo dancers and 4 teams that have qualified from Canada and from the United States.
So, all right, do you have to be born with curly hair? Is that the deal?
and really loud shoes, right, Lauren?
And what happened? What happened to this guy?
He donated his hair to one of the girls here. We can give you a ball, Jim, if you would like to start doing that.
Give us the straight scoop, though. These girls don't all have their own hair, correct?
No, there are a few, but cosmetic is wonderful.
Really?
Yeah. Yes.
And is red the preferable color, Jim?
You know what? Any color will do in a pinch.
So, there's a big love story here, which we don't have time to tell, but I need to know, did you meet at an Irish dance contest, or did you, like everybody else, meet at Starbucks?
Actually, Lauren and I met at our class in Seattle, and we discovered that both of us were driving up from Portland, and we started carpooling, and the rest is history.
Well, and it's a privilege to have you here in Portland.
Whoa.
Thanks so much, and we want to let folks know how to get more information about Irish dancing through the Comerford School of Irish Dance at 503-973-3917.
And we'll be right back with Monday's Britney Trivia Answer.
Special thanks to L&S Captioning and Self-Help for Hard of Hearing People for underwriting a portion of the costs associated with local captioning. KATU cares about the community.
Final art sale. The end of collector's art season means we must sell out now. From European-style landscapes to renditions of old masters. Contemporary, too. All at a fraction of their retail value. Plus thousands of paintings to be sold out at $19 to $59. Imagine quality oil paintings for only $19 to $59. Don't miss collector's art this Sunday only, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. in Beaverton at the Greenwood Inn. At Jensen Beach at the Doubletree Hotel, Columbia River, west of I-5. In Clackamas at the Monarch Hotel. And in Salem at the Red Lion.
With over 300 different kinds of fresh fruits and vegetables, and dozens of delicious ways to choose them, you can find everything you always wanted, and things you never even knew you wanted. Don't you wish all life was that simple? Looking for something fresh? Albertsons. It's your store.
We really search the globe to bring unique and exciting things to Interior Motives. We carry top names such as Bernhardt, Marge Carson, Tommy Bahama, lamps, chandeliers, unbelievable art, fabulous floral designs, created especially for you.
Shop Interior Motives and save 30% on fabulous Bernhardt case goods. Special orders only March 15th through the 30th. Interior Motives, located at Park 217 in Tigard.
Rockaway Beach. It's nice to know some places improve with time. Since the early 1900s, Rockaway Beach has been the coastal destination of choice for generations. From adventure to the more traditional vacation activities, Rockaway Beach is an easy drive to all major attractions on the Central and North Oregon coast. Rockaway Beach. Let the memories of a lifetime begin today.
Well, we're going to take a look, first of all, at the Coast Cam at Rockaway Beach. And what we've got here is a day that's just like no day. We're not going to do Rockaway Beach?
Don't have the Coast Cam. Okay, right now, Jim, we're going to get the latest on the breaking news happening this morning in the McMinnville area. Ed Teachout is joining us live. Ed?
Well, Kathy, we're about 3 miles northwest of McMinnville right now, and behind me is where Yamhill County Sheriff deputies found the bodies, 6 bodies, of the Bryant family in that double-wide modular home behind me. Now, from Jet Ranger 2, you can see that the home is in a rural area about 3 miles northwest of McMinnville. Detectives say the father, 37-year-old Robert Bryant, shot his wife and 4 children before turning the gun on himself. The sheriff deputies were in this area around 9 o'clock last night on an unrelated call when neighbors told them they hadn't seen the family for 2 weeks. They took a look in the window, saw a body, got a search warrant, and then inside is when they saw the gruesome scene, all 6 of the family members dead. Dead are Bryant's wife, 37-year-old Janet, 2 sons, 15-year-old Clayton, 12-year-old Ethan, and 2 daughters, 10-year-old Ashley and 9-year-old Alyssa. Now, they say that the children all went to public schools here at the elementary, middle, and high schools. We're checking, we have reporters on the scene talking about that. We'll have an update at 11 o'clock of that. Also, the family, we're not sure where they came from, but they only moved into this area about, well, since last June. We're going to find out more about that and have more of that at 11 o'clock on KATU News at midday. Kathy, back to you.
Ed, thank you. Ed Teachout reporting live this morning.
This is a tough news story. This is for reporters.
And the news brought to us this morning here on AM Northwest by Rockaway Beach.
Okay. Okay, tickets to the Britney Spears May 30th concert at the Rose Garden Arena go on sale tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock.
Remember, if you don't get tickets then, you can try winning them on Monday right here on AM Northwest. We'll be asking you a question, get it right, and you'll win a pair of tickets. Here's the answer you'll need to know for Monday. It is Justin Timberlake. The first caller with the correct answer to Monday's question will win, so you'll want to join us then. And remember, Justin Timberlake. You recognize that,
yes,
don't you?
Of course I did. You know, there's no flab on that young lady.
There isn't. She's been doing her arm exercises, hasn't she?
Yeah, she really does.
Hey, we want to thank the Irish dancers for coming in from the Comerford School this morning. Also, the band Coulante, and a big thanks to the Boss. So nice to have you back. Have a great weekend.
Hair for Kathy Marshall and Helen Rapp is provided by G Best of Portland. Set decorations by R Blooms of Lake Oswego.
Fisher Communications. This is KATU, the station more and more people are watching. KATU cares about the community and encourages you to get involved. Brought to you by Meyer and Frank.
Hi, did you know reading skills and vocabulary are critical to your child's success?
You can improve these skills by turning on closed captioning every time your children watch television. When children read captions, they build reading speed and vocabulary. It also helps improve in spelling and word recognition.
Nearly all televisions come equipped with closed captioning technology. Thanks to the generous support of Pacific Power, KATU offers real-time closed captioning on many of its local programs. KATU cares about the community.
Caroline Ray welcomes William Shatner, Faith Ford, Michelle Branch. Next, Rosie.
Coming up on The View. James Garner. Then, Matthew Shepard's brutal murder was the hate crime that shocked the nation. And his mother, Judy, is breaking her silence and telling the ladies about her fight for justice when a hot topic comes to life. Plus, get a sneak peek at the award-winning jewelry that's going to make Hollywood's biggest stars shine brighter on Oscar night. And Indigo Girls are singing their latest hit, Moment of Forgiveness. All that and more next on The View.
I had this idea for a show. Different women. Different points of view. Maybe a little too different. We call it The View.